This is going to be the world's most braggadocious sales training ever. Because yes, my children, you are talking to a champion. The Gaillardia Country Club Men's Senior Championship. Shut up about the senior part, I know I'm getting old. Boom, winner, first place, kiss my fanny. So I will stand here and be cocky like a baseball guy and hold a putter while I talk to you. How is that possibly going to be sales training? I'm going to do my best to try to explain how. And let me go this way. Let me say I won by 10 strokes, an insane victory for 2 rounds of golf. However, I got killed on the main score. I began with, I only had to play 1 day and beat their 2-day score. Basically, is what it comes to. And if you don't understand what I mean handicap. I have a 36 handicap. I am registered handicap golf, the worst golfer at my country club. Established and set. I took up golf less than 5 years ago. And no matter how hard I want to be disciplined and hit it clean, I really only like hitting the golf ball hard. And I hate putting. Well, if any of you that golf know one fact, golf is about putting and control. So the 2 things that matter are what I don't bother doing. But I worked and I learned a little bit more, and bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, let me say how this really works. I figured out how to control my score a couple years ago. And I continued to work on putting here and there when I could. But I was playing a long game. 4 years ago when I joined the old club, the first year just hack around, meet folks. Second year did a tournament because the guy invited me, had a lot of fun, enjoyed it, and felt too much pressure. No matter how hard I tried to do well, I couldn't. The next year I signed up for the championship tournament just to get a feel for what it was like. I knew I had a solid handicap, but I knew I couldn't win it. Day 1 I was in 4th place and I got kind of, holy cow, can I do this? Put all the effort in and collapsed and came in last place. Literally that far a fall. So then I started plotting and saying, okay, what's it going to take? And I set a 2-year game. I said a 2-year game of carefully with people, playing legit, but still playing in a structured mentality, playing the long game. What gets my handicap up? And I got it up. And could I have fought to get it lower? Yes, but I didn't cheat. And I kept it where I could. Why? Because I knew I was going to continue to craft certain shots and get better at it and to set things up so that when the time came, I could give it everything I had and see if I could win. So when the first day came, I'm talking way too slow, I'm sorry, I'll try to speed up. When the first big day came, I shot the best round I've ever shot. And my cumulative score was a 59. The next day, when I went home after playing first, I was actually depressed because I thought I'd blown it again. But I hadn't. I gave up 4 strokes, but still won by 10 over the next closest person. How is this sales? You have 2 types of people you're going to sell. You have the easy and the hard. And the more lucrative someone is, the better client that they're going to end up being. Because we all know you're wealthier, you're more successful, you're more educated. Your larger homes tend to be your better, cleaner clients. Not insulting any of the others. I love everybody I have. I'm just saying straight up. And you're going to have your more masses where, you know, what's the better deal? An existing home or you or a track home or you're competing against other GCs, more normal, tighter cash flow, etc. When you start going for the more lucrative and the better clientele, the people that literally just fit us, let's be honest, college educated, $500,000 and up homes, we're the fantasy. We're the right person for them. There's nothing that competes. It's like being hungry and needing meat, and your choices are, this guy's got a half-pound amazing cheeseburger, and that guy has a toadstool and a stick. It's that far apart. We're so much the dominant higher product. So you would think, boom, they're going to sign quick. These are not quick-moving people. They fall into two categories. Number one, the one that has already done all their groundwork and study really before they came to see you. They are quick moving as relates to you. They come in, they know everything, they learn what you have, and within a matter of weeks, they have signed and you're moving forward. The others are meeting you way back here in the process. And they're going to go slow and steady. They're going to need a lot of information. They're going to need a lot of time because it was going to be a 2 to 3 year window. You're just meeting them at year 1 instead of year 2.5. And that means you have got to play the long game. Yes, you need money now. Yes, you need a deal now. Yes, you need a case now. But once you identify that this is a long game person, you have to change. You have to change your strategy. You have to realize you're planting seeds, you're laying foundations, you're giving examples, you are proving yourself, you're continuing to show. It's like courting. Every day I'm proving. Every day, every week, every month. I want to call you once a month. Hey, did you see the newsletter? Hey, did you see that house? How's it going? How's the wife? And believe it or not, the better you aren't doing that, the shorter you're going to make the necessary time. Instead of being a 4-year delay in structure of trying to win a silly championship, and I'm killing the metaphor, you can take it down to the 1.5, the 2 year. You get this, but realize the long game. Long game sales is about continually, slowly, nonstop proving what you said and making sure they see it. The fact that they met with you and you told them all this stuff, and the fact that over the next 2 years, all the evidence that proves what you said you do is true is available to them, they're not wanting to seek you out at that level. They're not that desperate. You have got to keep reminding them, hey, did you see what I did there? Hey, did you see that? Hey, are you aware of that? You've got to continue to be self-aggrandizing. You got to continue to make them aware. And most of us are taught to be humble, and that's a hard thing for us to do. So you don't, and you make it about your client. Hey, did you see what the Wilsons did on their home? I think yours is going to be even better. That's not your ego. It's your product. It's your system. You're making them aware of it. You're making them reminded, but you're not the one who was the winner. You're not the one that did. It's a beautiful, soft place. It takes your insecurities out of it, and you can kill. But guys, long game sales matter, and they're where your pipeline fills. They're where you go from a stream, a creek to a stream, to a river, to a real river, to holy cow, the mighty Mississippi. Being aware of how that goes, being aware of how it makes, you can't just trust mailers to do it. You can't just trust voice messages to do it. You can't just trust text messages to do it. You can't just trust emails to do it. But if you're saying, how do I do that? Rotate them. In a perfect world, do a different one every week. In the non-perfect world, do a different one every 2 weeks. At the very minimum, or as this person gets farther apart since you last communicated, do a different one every month. By the way, next level of long game, and then I'm going to shut up because I've gone too long for you. There is a long game for every lead you've ever had. The people that have been a lead for 8 years, and they weren't the higher end per se. Matter of fact, even maybe what you would view as, ooh, I don't even know if I can do that. One's going to be tight. Trust me on where they are today versus where they were yesterday. My next sales training should be about a client, but I'll save that one. You continue to do these things to everyone. It's why we do the constant contact. It's why we do the new one that we've got coming out with Spherix to replace. It's why we do the text. It's why you make the phone call. It's why you should do a postcard or a letter. And you can rotate these easy. If you don't like doing too many, you can do a newsletter once a month, do a written the next, do a postcard the next, do a phone call the next, do a text the next. You need to have, if you got 6 of them and you do a different one every month and then you rotate again, you're doing something new, but at least you're touching. That's about as weak as I think anyone should ever get. But remember, the long game has value in sales. Sorry I talked slow. Sorry I talked too long. Hope this made sense. Hope it was fun. I tried to. Sometimes they work. God bless, guys. Have a great day.